Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 9. Yes. I've changed the color. I don't know why I didn't notice while recording, but when I was editing the video, I was like, dang, it is hard to tell the difference between these two nations. So I've changed the shade to where you'll be able to clearly tell the difference. But also, it kind of sucks that there's literally 4 green nations, and 3 of them are bordering. like it, I've just put myself in the tough spot. Welcome back. Uh, Not much more to say. Just if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't seen the first video yet, you should go do that. Yeah. Alright, first off, we got a lot of expansion going on, so get ready. Red is gonna claim all this land. Not. Yes, they've claimed all of North America. Wow. Let's try that again. They've claimed all of this area. Blue is not going to expand as much, but get all of that. Purple is going to gain all of this land right here. And orange is just going to go ahead and claim all the rest of Central America. We got even more land claiming, so buckle up. This brown team is going to go in and double their land. Going west, pink will do the same. These two browner teams, this one's not going to claim too much, but just keep on going. This dark brown team's going to gain a lot. This purple team, get a good amount of land. And Kentucky is going to grow a considerable amount as well. This is what the western claims look like now. In case you were wondering, yes, this new growth does impede on tribal lands. What's going to happen to the tribes, you may ask? Well, you're going to see them just get pushed back. They're going to fight them. The tribes up here are peaceful, so they're going to look for any compromise they can. So while some of these natives are killed by the Kentuckians, a lot of them just retreat back. Distancing themselves from the new growth. More exploration is going to take place up here along the coast. And they will find the other strip of land and they see the tribes people on the land. These tribes people are hostile. They're like, go the fuck away. So they kind of steer clear for now and keep on going north. And they find another part of the tribe that's still hostile. And then from here, it's kind of like, we'll just call off the exploration here. They start making their way back home, but these are blue team explorers, by the way. They're kind of like, we don't really like home. We don't resonate with anyway, because these are very influenced by here ethnically, and they kind of resonate more with the Southwest Mexico range. So what they're going to do is they're going to settle down right over here. All this strip of land right here is going to become the new nation formed from. It's not only blue team, although it's a lot of blue team. There's some red Purple's doing alright, but you got blue and red people moving down to this new nation right here. This new nation is going to set up their capital right here and another city a little bit more to the north. Moving up north, the blue team is going to scout out more into Canada, just seeing what's going on. Going further up the coast, mapping out this island. They also sail out more. They find this island. Oh shit. They also find this island. They explore well enough around it. And they explore all of it. And they go a little bit further up the coast, ending about there. Mapping this river out on their way back. While Ohio is going to send more mapping crews out into Canada as well. Just mapping out the general terrain all up here. More nations are going to do some expanding as this northern team right here, we're going to call them Michigan. They're not really in Michigan, but we're just going to call them Michigan. Claims a little bit of the strip right here. Well, Ohio is going to go claim this island right here, but is in this little strip of land. But they'll go in and claim all of this up here as well. And blue, bringing out the big guns, is going to claim all of Nova Scotia and Brunswick, I think is the name. Quebec. And then this island right here. Expanding their reaches even farther, making them probably, I know Florida owns a lot, probably the largest as well. Back on the topic of exploration, this tribe's people are going to go a little bit more down the coast. Not far, a little bit more inland on the river, but not far. And it's about here it starts to get mountainous, so it's kind of hard to explore that way. Like, you kind of have to stay on the river. But Florida is going to sail around and go to the strip of land, and they're just going to sail down the coast, mapping more and more out. You're going to see a lot of exploration just all the way down the coast. Just scouting out, seeing what's there. And right around there, they turn around. So a lot of the South American western coast has been mapped out. While the Amazonians on this side are going to make their way more down the coast, stopping by the rivers. This land over here is easier to explore on the land, so they're just going to go ahead and explore the land as well. But they're going to come across a tribe. This tribe, it kind of is just like, we're not hostile, like, we want peace with you. We're not going to attack you, but, like, they're just really, they're kind of just isolated, like, just stay far away from us. That's kind of the common theme with most of these tribes. They don't want anything to do with these new people. They're like, okay, we'll leave you be. They kind of do this. Find the river, and they decide just to track it back. As so. While, in terms of Amazon, is going to really look forward to exploring inland. A lot of it's jungle, so they're just going to go the river route and explore up the rivers. Like all the rivers, they're just gonna go up. And explore. Cuba is gonna kind of approach this problem with the same approach as the Amazonians recommended them do. Kind of just follow the rivers because it's very hard to get anywhere in the jungle. Now Cuba is going to go and claim some more land. They're going to go in and claim more inland and make their way down the coast in their east. But I tell you, he's going to do a lot of expanding. Amazon, they're going to go all the way down this coast because this is just good land to live on. It's not as thick with the vegetation and all that. It's just easier to live at. More exploration is going to happen over here in the west, mapping out even more of all of this land. Eventually, these explorers over here are going to find this river and track it back to the tribes people. And the tribes people aren't going to like this. So, as like more and more explorers are showing up over here, they're kind of just like, they're going to take the offense. The other aggressive tribes that we've seen have just been like more of the defensive hostile. This is going to be hostile. So they send their own scouts out and scout out these nations over here. And you'll see them kind of relocate-ish. More like grow more down here. Is they're getting ready to attack these people. Now, that means some less people are going to be in the south now. But it's fine. And before you know it, they're going to start attacking these lands and ransacking the small towns that lay on these borders. And they even attack a bit on this major city. These people are not going to like it, especially since the blue team is trying to expand their lands. You see them go out like so, claiming more and more. But as they're trying to grow out more, they're being stopped by these ransacks. They can't get their, they can't get their conquests further. So all of these nations decide that they're going to go over and they're going to attack the tribes people. So they trek across these lands. And you have the first tribal war. Like, before, yes, tribes have been killed, but it was just kind of a big thing. This is like tribe versus multiple nations. Like, this is an all-out war. And as much as I want to say it was close, due to the superior technologies and the sheer numbers versus the tribes people, they will be pushed and pushed and pushed, and eventually we get to some undiscovered lands. So I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna go on and discover all the rest right here, so I don't have to worry about that, because as they push, oopsies, the tribe back, they also will come over the land right here and push them back. And pretty much annihilate them. It's about here that the tribes people are like, okay, please leave us alone, take all the land you want, and the countries show mercy. So that's just what the tribes are left with now. And the explorers are going to go ahead and scout out the rest of this peninsula and the waters along with it. These tribes people are going to be very angry at what these nations did, and because of that, they're going to unify and kind of form a government to an extent. Yep. So they will settle right here at this river delta, and a city will be formed, but it's not going to become a capital yet because just they haven't really finished setting any government up, and they're not that federalized, you could say. So they'll have to wait on the capital and the government. The next event that you're going to see happen is this region in South America just feels separated from the rest of the Caribbean and the Gulf and all that. Cuba isn't like supporting them as much as like the West and all that. So there will be a civil war that will happen. Or not a civil war, that's a bad term. Just like a rebellion. A revolution. There you go. Revolution of the southeastern part of Cuba. So this part will rebel. Including this island right here, will rebel against Cuba. Cuba is going to fight against this rebellion, and they're going to ask Florida for help. Florida will accept because Florida will also benefit from Cuba owning this land. So this is a Florida-Cuba v. rebellion right here. You're talking top dog in the world, and it's also fairly strong subject against just this revolution in a not well established land. So they're gonna push in to the revolution and quickly take this western city right here. Keep on pushing them back. And the strongest navy easy in the world is Florida. I told you since basically since they were formed, they've been researching, developing this technology. A couple other nations have like a navy, like this nation may have a navy like that could fight. This may have a navy that could fight. They have ships, but maybe not like an all-out navy. No one's like this. So navally, they're gonna land, take back this island, make landfall here, and here, and here. Just multiple fronts for this revolution here. It's not looking good. So they're gonna call for help. I told you these people had good relations with Amazon. Amazon might like a friend. They've been all alone for so long, and they may like a friend to help them out. So they will come to their aid. The first thing Amazon does is expand a little bit along the coast to the border. They're just going to claim it because they can. So with the help of the Amazonians, they will push back the troops a little bit on this front, but they'll actually go and take over most of this land right here. And I'll say, just to help you out, we're going to go over And we're going to take these islands right here. Keep them pushing back until it kind of reaches a stalemate right here for a good bit until Florida gets an idea. The Amazonians are coming to help them, and they're all kind of going through this passage. So what if they split them up? And they're going to land right here on the coast. Since it's not a lot of land to take, they will immediately separate the two apart. This is an issue. So while the blue team is focusing on pushing back Florida a bit, Amazon is just gonna all out push in on these invaders. Pushing them back, but they're funneling so much of their army into this. So it kind of just gets stuck right here, and Amazon even falls back a bit. And that's when the Amazon realizes we're up against the largest nation in the world, and the richest, the most advanced. Like, this is going to be rough. So who do they call? The tribes people. And they make a deal with the tribes people. They go, hey, if you help us win this war, we will guarantee your independence in this region right here. And saying, hearing independence is kind of cool, right? So they're like, alright. And with newfound help, they will push back these troops a bit more, but not all the way yet. Meanwhile, Florida is going to push back here in the south. They're looking to... They never established a capital, but if there was going to be a capital, it'd probably be the city right here. So they're looking just to chomp off, rip in half, and then just shred the other bits. Is like what they're aiming for. And let's look inside the mind of a neighbor real quick. What would you do if you're in the seat of the leader of leaders of this nation right here? Cuba is fighting in Florida too, or fighting Amazon and the Cuban rebellion. If they joined in, not only would they be good relation. Oh my God! Not only will they be on good relations with the other two nations on the continent, they will maybe gain some extra land right here and alleviating a front they have to worry about. But then they have to worry about fighting Florida on this front over here, and that means potential demise. But you could also argue that... Sorry, where were we? They're going to join the war over here. Now, I'm going to color it as the blue for now, but it might look different later. So the tribes people are going to push in. This is going to take Florida by surprise. So they're immediately going to take this and just kind of blitz their way in as so. They make it about this far before Florida diverts the troops over here and push in like so. This is a massive gamble, but it's their best shot. But with all the extra fronts, Blue is able to push back Florida over here and even take back this land right there. And this, this island. Now making this essentially a one-front war for the Allies. They're going to keep on pushing because now Cuba is having to push back in this territory as well as fighting this tribal nation. Florida will come in and encircle this city, and the siege will commence, but it hasn't fallen yet. Blue's going to continue. They're going to focus on this city right here, and they're going to start encircling their way around the city. Now, Florida is going to, / Cuba is going to launch another naval invasion again, this time directly around this city, circling it immediately. So it's kind of just like this back and forth. So now they get to push back a little bit, but not a lot. As you could see, this city will fall, and they'll continue to progress. But the tribes people keep on pushing over here, and they even split apart this part of Cuba, and that kind of just pushes it all the way back to the city. And at this point, it's looking more towards their side than Florida's, but Florida's still strong. And this is going to be a sign of weakness if they lose this war. They cannot show it. They own too much land in other places. They don't want to inspire other rebellions. So they're just going to full force it down here at this city in particular, pushing it back very fast, joining it up and pushing in, sweeping through a lot of this nation. No major cities, but just minor towns. Pushing back this front a bit, taking this major city. More land over here. Really, the counteroffense of a lifetime here, taking back a lot of land. And it kind of just, it's kind of showing that it's gonna be hard for them to win the war. As a final Hail Mary, the Amazon is going to send out some diplomats and delegates and other things. They first go here and ask for them to be their ally, and then undercover hop around the colonies, try to conspire other revolutions to take place. While most of them fall flat, you will see a couple actually kind of get somewhere. From this, an alliance will be formed. For now, I'm going to reuse the Circle Alliance since it's gone. You will see... Why is it translucent? Oh. Because I'm not on the right layer. Amazon join it. The Rebellion join it. This little holding over here, join it. Panama. And this part of South Mexico right there. So they come in and start pushing in, not far, but they do before Florida responds and holds it right there. This nation will start pushing in, and of course, because of the fact that Panama rebels, this taken part of this Colombian nation right here falls pretty much instantly because they're just sandwiched in on both sides. It's in from here. Florida is just fighting everywhere right now. The first thing that Florida does is they're able to push back their troops and even come in and start evading their nation as well, looking to encircle their capital, and they pretty much take it all instantaneously. They're not strong at all, you know. But over here, their offense does grow a little bit, not far, and they're kind of held back there for now. While the blue is able to take back their major city and push Cuba back a little more. This team is able to just focus now, not having to worry about the front, able to push very quickly through the taken land, even conquering this major city over here, which they didn't even before. Now it's almost back to where it was. And they know, the rebellion, the revolution knows pretty much if they take this city, then all of the South America will be free. Yes, these nations are fighting, but they will probably end, because if they get what they want, there'll be peace. So the most important battle of this war will be for this city right here. So that is what they push for. While they start pushing this back slowly, this is just rapid. Approach it, try to lay it under siege. Navally, they take these islands right here, as well as this island right here, and they just begin encircling it all, and they lay siege on that city. As from there, Florida kind of sees that this war is over. So, in a last stand, they go and they conquer this city, and they kind of just take it, they claim it. We'll see if that stands in the peace treaty, but that's how it is right now. And against all odds, they take the city. And very quickly, the rest falls. South America has won this war. Oh, I know I'm joining the peace treaty right now, but they joined the alliance as well. I don't know why I didn't say that, but yeah. The result of this is this part will get to stay free and claim a little bit of this land as well. Panama will get to stay free. They'll claim this land. This major city right here is included with that, as well as this island right here. Colombia will go and they'll be able to keep this land right here. And the rebellion, in this island. in the rebellion, we'll name it. Shit, I don't know. Venezuela. I know that's mostly not Venezuela, but whatever. The blue team be able to stay free. Amazon didn't really gain any land out of this, other than the fact that now they have allies up here. The only thing that didn't get to stay free was the subject that Florida had before. That's just going to be annexed now. We're going to see a new government form as well. The democracy. Maybe asking, well, who's the democracy? That will be your new rebels down here. I'll also cover where all the capitals go. So, this capital is going right here. Panama's capital is going right here. I'll get rid of the government. This brown nation, they're going to go right there. The last event you'll see today, nothing too drastic. The Amazon is going to go and, oh my god, claim more to their south, making them pretty lengthy now. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is probably going to be a longer episode if I had to guess. But, it's fun. I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to the ranking part of the video now. So if that's not something you're interested in, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Alright, time for our rankings. At number 1, we got the Blue Empire. This is probably the first time Florida hasn't been number 1 since like episode I don't know, like 3. Been a minute. They claimed a lot of new extra land up here today, but the main reason is Florida is 2 now, because they literally lost land down here and down here. I get they technically didn't have it till today, but you know, they still like lost it. But also Cuba lost like all their South American land, and they expended like, you know, resources and military from fighting that war. So they're just going to get dropped down to the 2 spot for now. At the number 3 spot, we'll get Kentucky. It's basically kind of close to 4 and 5, but there's nice open, you know, there's good same reasons as all the past episodes. Number 4 is going to be the Amazon. They are quite an impressive size now, and they kind of proved their worth in this war, and they gained out, you know, they gained a lot from this, and I would keep your eyeballs on them. Number 5, Ohio. Same reasons as the past episodes. I don't know if that needs explanations. 6 is the Lime. I know they were ranked high an episode or 2 ago, but they're still strong. Don't get me wrong, but like they're able to grow and expand and get bigger and bigger, and they're just like kind of stuck. They get more resources, they don't. I think that's going to be all I'm ranking today. I'm not going to rank anymore. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton and helps boost morale when I'm sitting here editing all these videos. Really helps out. And it helps you out too, because you'll be notified when I upload the next one. So make sure you do that if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!